What did that sign say? Jeez, gosh. These people have a potty mouth. Their mama needs to wash their mouths out with soap.
So we are here. We are not going anywhere. We are going to continue to fight back, and we are going to continue to speak lies to his truth, to his stealing, and to his cheating.
Tough day for Democrats out there. They're trying to reinvent themselves and create a new social media narrative that they're out there fighting for their constituents and so on and so forth. And so they're creating videos, vertical videos that are like really hip and fast paced, and they use the S word because they're so cool now. And it is not a bad idea for them to actually communicate to the American people in a real, authentic way about what their plans are. Of course, we appreciate when they do that because then they lose elections. But that's not what we're seeing here today. Libs of TikTok grabbed this one, and you can see we had these 3 senators all publishing the same videos. Now, it just started out as 3, and some pretty big names here: Cory Booker, Elizabeth Warren, and Chuck Schumer. Now, 3 is certainly strange. Like, why are you guys so dumb that you can't write your own scripts to your videos? Why are they all literally the exact same, right?
I win, I will immediately bring prices down.
Same editing.
That ain't true. That's what you just heard. Since day one of Donald Trump's presidency, prices
Hey,
are
same
not
script. We don't need to hear it. They're annoying individually, but you multiply them, your brain will literally explode, so we can't play it. But exactly the same, okay? Same script, same writing, and it's a copy and paste of one another. Now, that's bad enough. It's these 3 doofuses all doing it. But then their day got worse because somebody found there were more. Here's 2 more who joined in on the fun. We've got the space cadet from Arizona who also can read a script. Great job there, Mark Kelly. Nice job. And then we had Tim Kaine, the weird dude who lost with Hillary Clinton. And they're doing the same thing. It's the same script. And I want to point out, because we're going to identify who I think is behind all this, these little microphones, okay? Notice these little handheld microphones like all the TikTok kids are doing? They're all doing that, right? All the same edits, all the same script. It's a template. And I know how to do some minor basic video editing, as you've seen here. Not great on this channel, but I try, right? And our team is much better, but we understand how this works. I've seen how this software works, and I know exactly what's happening. They're all reading a script, and they're just using the same B-roll footage. It's Elon with the chainsaw, the same subtitles and more. Right now, it goes to 5. It gets even worse because then you elevate it, and lo and behold, look at all of them. It's like 1/4 of the Senate. It's like 1/2 of the Democrats, okay, in the Senate. 22 Democrat senators, same scripts, same B-roll, same little handheld microphones, same editing styles with the cuts and the pop-ins and all the things, right? 22 of them, like good little pathetic robots who cannot think for themselves. They get told to just do your homework and they do it like little peons. It's pathetic. And the message itself is pathetic, but it's more pathetic to just see how they operate. Somebody else was managing this. There was some agency behind it who was constructing this for these people who can't think for themselves to just go out and read a script. And of course they did. Well, Cory Booker says, when Elon asked, he says, look, you know, now we're up to 22 Democrats all doing the same cringe video simultaneously. I will buy a Cybertruck for anyone who can provide proof of who wrote this particular piece of propaganda. The first person to post proof in the replies to this post gets the truck. Oh, dang. I didn't realize there was a truck at stake here. Well, I think I know who did it. And what happened was Cory Booker says, clearly you are triggered by the truth. It was me. Keep your truck. I don't think so, Cory. I think I know who it is. Now, here is what this article said. This came out from Semaphore. This is a paywalled article, so you got to go behind the scenes to get it. It's published on February 17th. Max Tanney tells us that after months of licking their wounds, the Democrats, this was 2 weeks ago, and their digital creators aligned privately, and they created this little planning operation. Democratic operatives gathered at the Wharf in Washington, D.C. at Lauren Powell Jobs' company, right? And that's Steve Jobs' wife, widow. They did this at the Emerson Collective. According to 3 people with knowledge familiar of the event, the activist and the left-leaning media members were in town for a private meeting to discuss how the left's well-funded digital media ecosystem failed. So they were there workshopping this. Man, we got dunked on by the Republicans. In a room were a bunch of people. Ben Wessel, he does some operation. This person from the Soros Fund, their leading investor, and more. Now, in the wake of their loss, Democrats have been on a months-long party-wide effort to figure out what to do. How can we reshape our media? Here it comes. The private event at the Wharf was one of several efforts in recent days to shore up Democrats' digital strategies post-inauguration. Earlier this week, dozens of lawmakers from the House and the Senate participated in private briefings with Brian Tyler Cohen. He's a political influencer and the co-founder of Chorus, a Democratic digital group. The briefings laid out what Cohen described to Semaphore as tips to help Democratic members better get their messages out on new media platforms. See it? He presented the members with do's and don'ts for short-form video and text, encouraging them to vastly increase the frequency of their posts and not overly workshop their online content. Now, to make his point, Cohen noted that Elon had posted or retweeted hundreds of posts. Elon's just all day, right? It's a volume game in many ways. Any content creators out there, you know, it's just a volume game. Cohen pointed to positive examples of Democratic content that had done well, like Tim Kaine. He also recommended a particular type, of small microphone popular with online content creators that members and their staff should have for whenever they decide to post. So he's sitting around. I know what happened in this room. They're sitting around in this room. They're saying, man, your stuff is all problematic. Here's how to do it. You need a mic, you need this, here's a script, do this, do this. All these senators, their eyes just glaze over, right? Their brains are fried. So what, post what, talk now, what? I'll just do it for you, okay? I'm gonna order you this mic, I'm gonna order you this, and it's all gonna come, and you're just gonna read the stupid scripts, you're gonna send me the video file back, my team's gonna edit it, then I'm gonna send it back to you, then you're gonna post it. In the months since the election, Cohen's group, Chorus, has repositioned itself and set up a digital quasi-assignment desk where lawmakers on Capitol Hill and prominent Democrats elsewhere can connect directly on the back end with creators, to facilitate one-on-one interviews or otherwise get their message out. So this dude and his company, Chorus, set up a portal for the Democrats. Cohen told Semaphore that after his briefing with Senate Democrats, several members, including Mark Kelly, opened up a new account on Threads and Blue Sky. A lot of these members of Congress understand the moment we're in, and so now they're just reading scripts from what I think is, in my opinion, Brian Tyler Cohen, or his company called Chorus. They had a meeting in the months since. The initial shock has been wrecking them. They can't figure out what to do about it. Some of the operatives that gathered at the wharf have large budgets, and now they're spending it on digital newsrooms and more. Still, some national Democrats clearly understand they got to prop themselves up, and now they're trying to get on TikTok-friendly videos, just like the ones that we saw. And they're following this forum moderated by Chorus. So it's probably Chorus. It's probably Brian Tyler Cohen. I would love a Cybertruck. I don't know if Elon's listening. Elon, we love you if you are. But that would be great to have them continue to do this, because it just, I think, exposes how dumb they are. It's like, can't even make a real authentic video. You have to sound like an NPC robot like the rest of your Democratic colleagues. It's embarrassing. We hope they do a lot more of this, and that way we can dunk on them repeatedly. The Democrats are also tonight, they're going to be bringing in some folks to, I guess, parade around. So they're bringing in this woman. Senator Tina Smith says, you know, Musk and Trump should have to face the hardworking park rangers that they sacked. And so I'm bringing Kate, who was unjustly fired from northern Minnesota's Voyagers National Park, to the State of the Union. All right, so Kate's going to be there. So she got fired. She'll have to get a new job somewhere else, which is going to be okay. It'll be a nice change in her life and all that. We support her well. We wish her well. But she's going to, of course, go there, be a Democratic superstar, probably end up on MSNBC. So that's going to be great for her. Now, meanwhile, elsewhere yesterday, Maxine Waters was trying to break into another building. She's trying to break into multiple federal buildings, but they just kind of laugh at her like, who's this crazy woman here again? Ma'am, are you homeless? Do you need a phone number? And they rejected her again. Here was Maxine.
We would like to do the letter to him.
It's a really group that, I mean, this is the chair, ranking member, we deal with all the other issues. That's all. I mean, this is not like, yeah, we understand. Some renegade group trying to come in and steal the city.
There you are. Okay, so we'd like to deliver the letter to him?
I can make sure he gets a letter.
I'll take it for you.
We'll deliver it on your behalf.
We can make sure he gets a letter.
Okay, well, let me just understand very clearly. I know you can deliver. Are you saying that I won't be allowed to deliver?
He's unavailable right now.
Oh, he's not here?
No, he is. He's in a meeting right now.
He's here.
Yeah.
And he's not available right now. And you would like to deliver it to him.
That's correct.
But we can't go no matter
No.
what and deliver it to him ourselves.
I'm happy to deliver the letter for you.
I beg your pardon?
I'm happy to
I know
deliver.
you are, but are you refusing me?
I'm not refusing him. I told you, he's in a meeting right now. He has to show the same respect to
Okay,
other people that he's dealing with.
should we wait until he comes out of the meeting?
He's going to be here for a while, so.
That's okay, I can stay all night.
We'll deliver the letter for
We'll
you.
deliver the letter for you.
That's what we can offer.
Somebody get her a couch.
I'll
I'll tell you what, let me see if I can get him to
Okay.
deliver the letter. You want to watch this Trump conscious video? Whoa!
Oh, it's Rashida.
Please allow them to come. Excuse me, gentlemen, will I talk?
Wow, this is like breaking and entering, basically. Harassing the police. Homeland Security. These are just men who are just trying to do their job here, not be harassed by whiny Congress people who are trying to undermine the will of the American people. So shout out to those cops, American heroes, trying to keep them out. Now, meanwhile, the Democrats were out there today, and they were out in force. Look at all these signs, man. And this lady is pissed. She's like, Trump sucks at golf, which I don't think is true. I actually think he's pretty good, legitimately. I don't know much about golf, but I think other people have said that. What did that sign say? Jeez, gosh. These people have a potty mouth. Their mama needs to wash their mouths out with soap. That is bad behavior. You shouldn't put that on a public sign. There are kids out there, man. Why would you say something like that? Sick people. All right, now, this is Dan Goldman. Now, he was in Congress today, and he was walking around. He saw some of these potty mouth liberals, and he was upset about it. He saw a swastika. Now, you didn't see a swastika in that one clip, but there's going to be one coming up next, and I want to show you who was the person with the Adolf imagery and the swastika. Was it a right-winger or was it some psycho-leftist? Let's take a look in a minute after this clip.
When I was walking over here after we just voted outside the Capitol, I saw a huge poster with a swastika on it.
Oh, no.
And I know you've spoken a lot about the rise of anti-Semitism, anti-Israel sentiment post-October 7th, and I agree with you about that, and I condemn it wholeheartedly. But we're also seeing a rise of neo-Nazi attitudes online, and in fact, some of them are truly perpetuated by the owner of X, who has expressed support for AfD in Germany, which I think you will agree with me is effectively a neo-Nazi organization. And
so Dan's having PTSD because he saw a swastika out there, but you know who has the swastika? It's this dude right here. It's this band, this guy right here, that is Refuse Fascism with Trump and Adolf. So is this what he's talking about? In other words, it's not neo-Nazis who are out there. It's not pro-Nazi people. It's people who are demented and think they're living under a Nazi regime, okay? Their mental illness doesn't mean that there are actually Nazis. Like, you know, 4-year-olds think that there's something under their bed. Doesn't make it true. Unless you're in the Biden household, then you don't know. But here is this exchange. You can see they're playing tunes out there. So he's freaked out about his own people, I guess. So they come and they put their signs out, and then Goldman walks by and he's like, wow, this is traumatic. Here, there's like, Trump is anti-American, F you, Silicon. Okay, lots of F words, these people. And there's an interesting little game I've been playing a bit. It's like, if you see a post from Democrats, this is a fun game you can play. I've been playing this. It doesn't work all the time. It's not as consistent as I'd hope it'd be, but it works a lot. You'll be surprised, more often than you think. When you see a post from a Democrat, it's like, it's more than half. It will reference some bodily orifice or bodily function, all right, most of the time. So for example, you could see with those videos, okay, they all started like with the S word, right? You know, stuff that doesn't, right, but the actual S word, right? It's defecation. They always say it, or they say a-holes. You know, it's something like that. You can see a lot of it, not so much on these signs right now, but on their posts, you'll notice it. And the one who talks a lot about it is that sex freak, Mazi Hirono, who is, of course, obsessed with intercourse. But this is what the protests look like. Pretty pathetic, to be honest. I don't know, a couple hundred people there, maybe tops. And the ones that Dan Goldman is ranting about are on his own side. Now, we had a couple geniuses. This is a representative who came out over from someplace, says Trump betrays women for billionaires is one of their signs. And it's interesting. They all have like the same glasses going on. It's like they all kind of like look the same, you know, with the same haircuts kind of thing. You can kind of pair them off a little bit like these two and these two. Anyways, strange stuff. Here is what they said. This is one of the most true things you'll hear from them ever.
Don't care about this country, and that is unacceptable if you claim to be the president of the United States. So we are here. We are not going anywhere. We are going to continue to fight back, and we are going to continue to speak lies to his truth, to his stealing, and to his cheating. Thank you.
Great job. It was them. That's what's happening out there in the Democratic Party. They're having a tough time, but they're trying to figure it out. And currently, they are just copying and pasting each other at scale. They're like, well, maybe if we just do a lot of it, that'll work. And they just can keep trying. We'll be here making fun of them.